Are you with me?
Yes.
Awesome. Excellent. The second principle of Bushido is called Shinnen, which means self-belief. To have a strong self-belief that one can endure anything that life has to throw at you. Now, a hero is someone who inspires us to become a better version of ourselves. Someone who perhaps through their actions, or their words, or their thoughts, inspire us to look deep inside of us to become a better person. They may be a loved one, a family member, or perhaps someone we've never ever met before, an athlete or a leader. By a show of hands, how many of you in this room perhaps have had a hero in your past or have a hero right now? A good portion of everyone in this room. I want you to think about that hero for a quick moment and think about what it was about them that inspired you to become a better version of yourself. What it was about their actions, what it was about how they made you feel that inspired you to push forward. It's empowering what a hero can make us do, even if they're not in the room with us. I too have a hero, and some of you may have heard of her before. Her name is Dara Torres, and she's a swimmer. I can remember back in the late 90s when I was a collegiate athlete. I played water polo and I swam at Queen's University in Kingston. And in my dormitory at my school, I would always have a big poster of Dara up on my wall to inspire me, to push me to my limits, to endure whatever life and training had to throw at me that particular day. Because there were a lot of days that I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I necessarily belonged there. And then once my 4-year collegiate career was over, and I became a collegiate water polo coach at the University of Toronto, I continued to use her story and her example to help inspire my athletes to become better versions of themselves. After the 4 years of collegiate coaching ended, and I moved to Chicago, and I started my own personal training company, I continued to use her example and inspiration to inspire my clients. Dara Torres was born in 1967 in Beverly Hills, California, 5th of 6 children. And I guarantee you that no one would have ever guessed that at the time of her birth, she would someday grow up and become one of the greatest Olympic athletes our country has ever known. In 1984, during the Los Angeles Olympic Games, at the tender age of 17, and you may remember these Olympic Games as the ones where the Soviet Union still existed and the entire Eastern Bloc had boycotted these games. At those particular games, Dara Torres and her teammates brought home gold for the United States in the 4x100 freestyle relay. After those games, she dedicated herself to developing her skills, the mastery of her sport, freestyle swimming, day in and day out, mile after mile, hour after hour. And this dedication to training built her confidence in herself. And it was so great it qualified her for 4 more Olympic Games. The most recent being in 2008. And at those games, she was 41 years old. To put that into perspective, the average age for an Olympic female athlete in swimming is 21. At those games, she got the title of being the first woman over the age of 40 ever to compete in the games in swimming. And the critics came out en masse. They said she was too old. She shouldn't have been there. She should have stepped to the side and let someone younger, who had a better chance of winning a medal, be there. But Dara had a strong sense of shinnen, a strong sense of belief in herself, and she believed she should have been there. And the critics said, "You're not going to win a medal." Well, I guess they were right. She didn't win a medal. She won 3 more Olympic medals, adding to a total of 12. And on that day, she did an amazing thing. Well, 2 actually. The first is she shut the hell out of those critics. And the second is she inspired the over 40 crowd the world over, that even after the age of 40, you can compete at that highest of levels. Dara shows us that the importance, or how you develop shinnen, how you develop a strong self-belief in yourself, if you don't necessarily always have it on your own, is to develop your skills. It's that saying, trust in your training, trust in your skills. So what I implore for you to do is to choose skills that you currently have or skills that you may want to master in the future and dedicate time, day in and day out, like Dara did, toward training. And in so doing, you too will develop your Shinen, your strong self-belief. Are you with me? Yes. We'll get it. We have 7 tries.